We are back another month of Pokemon card hunting right into October. You can see Mega Evolutions is what we are trying to be finding here. Starting off at target number 1, did not have much or really any luck when I was going to targets for this month. We hit a little bit, but you can see here I completely missed the restock. They have sports, everything completely lined up, but there's just an empty box in there, which I think was the mini portfolios, so missed it on that one. And then moving on, we did hit on this target. They had the single check lane boosters with the packs and also the mini portfolio, so I did snag a couple of things here. Trying to master set, so I need to get those, and they had the holiday calendars as well. Lots of Yu-Gi-Oh! We did see plenty of Spider-Man Magic the Gathering sets, which I was tempted by that on a few spots because big Marvel fan, so I thought that would be really fun to be able to rip open. Heading on over to Walmart. I'm not sure if you've been seeing the same from your side, but Walmart has been absolutely brutal by me. I feel like everybody knows when they stock, and it is just an insane madhouse, huge line, everybody just, clamoring for it, trying to snag everything. And so really haven't been able to find anything else just sitting there. You can see there's a couple of things just lingering around in the back, that V-Star box, and then the random packs, and then some Surging Sparks boosters, which honestly, that isn't too bad of a price. All the mystery stuff I try to avoid. Did hit an ETB at a Target. They kept these behind the desk. That's really the only time I've been hitting at Target is if they're able to keep it behind, and I hit it right away. Over to Barnes & Noble. Unfortunately, didn't have much luck at Barnes, which is really unfortunate because with their pro membership, you get 10% off, plus you add up bonuses and get percentages off really quickly. GameStop, they had over 100 of these Mega Latias boxes. I used my $5 on that, even though it's more expensive. With the $5, I think it's a little bit cheaper than I can get at Target or other retailers. And then this Target, they actually kept this on. I was still really far back in line. They had some Mega Evolutions 3-pack, which I did snag. They had ETBs. I was too late to grab any of that. Over to this Target, did snag this. I wanted the promos from that 2-pack blister. You'll see me opening that here later in the video. And then really not too much else. Did hit huge on a Vending Machine at King of Supers. Was able to get the booster box and a Mega Evolutions ETB that actually ended up trading for the Lucario that I will rip. Best Buy, probably the cheapest. So if you do see anything at Best Buy, I would say just try to keep that on your radar when you're doing your routes. They did have that Mega Latias box, which I ended up passing on, but great to see out in the wild. The last Target in my area, I did travel a little bit throughout the month of October, so you'll see some of that. But here, completely loaded on, Magic, sports, lots of other random things. This Target does keep it behind the desk at customer service. They did have a little bit the holiday calendar, and then you can see some just Spider booster packs there. Now over to Walmart in Illinois. This one did not really see any Pokemon. There's plenty of sports you can see packed to the brim. So I'm guessing that they were able to snag this. They have the mini tin box just completely empty over there. Another Walmart, they did have these interesting, it was a CGC graded card in a booster pack for I think $30, $35. I was tempted by it just to see what was inside of it, but I ended up passing on it ultimately. And then you can see plenty of other sports. In the back, they had some of these old just trainer boxes and then some more of the mystery packs, which is a hard pass for me on that. You can see not the best luck in store, but still was able to get a booster box, some ETBs, and some other miscellaneous packs. Now, going back over to online, so Walmart had a huge drop. I thought I was going to be completely skunked on it. When I was in there to buy it, I think they got backdoored or something, but I think they were gradually adding stock back. So I was extremely lucky and was able to get a couple of things from this Walmart drop. However, you can see it's my turn to buy it. Absolutely nothing loaded there. Walmart was a complete mess this month for trying to get any Pokemon. But I was able to get 2 Phantasmal ETBs, and I was also able to get 2 Phantasmal booster bundles, which is a huge win. Did some playing as well, so I already ripped open these, but I'll show you what I hit from this. So Turo Scenario, Morpeko, so really nothing too much on that one. This one was a little bit better, at least if you play competitively. So there's a Counter Catcher, Raging Bolt, and that's about it. But what was really fun was that for Trick or Trade, so for Pokemon for Halloween, we're going with this promo. So it has the play stand, plus it has the celebrations thing there. Or I guess not celebration, but the Halloween stand for Pikachu. But added this to the promo binder here. But yeah, thought it was pretty fun, and we'll continue to keep playing through the month of November. And here's just a few other things I scooped up. So actually my dad was at GameStop. He picked this up and then asked if I had wanted it. Figured why not. It was the poster collection, which I believe was $20. So was able to add this in. The surprise box when GameStop was having them for $30. Then I did scoop this up at Target for 15. The Haunter promo is the absolute must here for me, so scooped up this too. And I actually didn't even look at what the deck all contains. I'll have to take a look at that one. But I also had a package arrive that I was able to get from Pokemon Center. Should be a couple of Destin Rivals booster bundles. And let's rip into it. These, I think I'll rip open eventually. Phantasmal Flames, I should be getting a decent allocation there. We have one Destin Rivals booster bundle and two, and you know what they say, these are both a little dinged up. That means we have the Mewtwo and Typhlosion in these bad boys. Looking forward to it. And then overall though, real solid month, and I think November is going to be even better. I have a solid amount of Phantasmal Flames that's coming in. Wish us luck. If we get that Charizard, who knows? I do think the SR looks way cooler than the gold card, but I think that gold card's going for like $2 grand now. Insane.
We have a sleeve pack and then another 3-pack for Psyduck, and one to snag this so I can put it in my deck when Mega goes live. We'll go ahead and start off with this 3-pack blister, and then this is actually one of the sleeve packs I got from, I want to say GameStop. So got a little Psyduck we'll put up there. We'll see if we end up replacing him in the video. And let's get into it. First up, we have Gardevoir. And I just want to I went to a Target and they had some of the ETBs, but unfortunately was a little bit further back and was not able to get any. We have Energy, Kirlia, Drizzle, Scorbunny, Young Goose, Houndstone, Tinkaton, Volcanion, Xerneas, Marshadow into a Dialga. Nothing on pack number 1. Oh no, Psyduck. Next up, Kangaskhan and the little buddy. And I don't know, hopefully you have seen some ETBs. They've been super slim to come by. I'm gonna guess Water Energy. Oh, we have Steel. And then we have Krogunk, Spoink, Snover, Delibird, Houndstone, Tinkaton, Volcanion, Nickets, Spiritomb into another Dialga. All right, are we gonna go 0 for 4? Come on, which I think they say you get an EX about every 5-pack, so it is very possible that we can go completely dry. So we have Greavard, Bulbasaur, Crawdont, Iron Defender, Solrock, Chikorita into a Cinderace. All right, let's see if we end up doing a just complete dud 0 for 4. We have Mega Gardevoir. Let's get into it. At least give us an EX. Don't be too mean to us. I guess Thunder Energy. We have Grass, Clauncher, Pachirisu, Grappi, Nacli, Marshadow, Fighting Gong, Kadabra, Spoink, Kyogre. Oh my gosh, into a Klotzer. We went 0 for 4. That's a bummer. At least I got the Psyduck. We're back. And we snagged this 2-pack with these promos, Surging and Twilight Masquerade. And then the Mega Latias box that just came out, got this from GameStop. It was $20 and some change after my $5 for the month. So you guys know what it came to, about $25, $26. Not terrible. I think it retails about $22 at Target. But anyway, let's go and get to ripping. We'll start off with the Surging and Twilight Masquerade. Of course, I think I like the Milotic from Surging Sparks. Twilight, it's got to be the Greninja, but I also really like the Eevee from that set. And let's see what we're able to get into here. And I said this because of the promos, because these are the 3 Destin Rivals promos. That's Tyranitar was from Pokemon Center, and then the other 2 are from GameStop and Best Buy. Of course, they're not stamped, but I still think they're cool looking promos, so I'll add them to my binder. And let's see if we can actually get this open. And then the last promo. Here we go. Plus the coin. And let's get into it. We'll start off with Surging Sparks. Let's see if we can get a hit here. Of course, or the Pikachu is what everybody wants to get, but I want the Milotic. We'll get Fuecoco, Mantine, Bronzong, Sandagast, Drayton, Wuchen, Magneton, Tapu Lele, Sizzlipede into a Chinpow. Let's get into Twilight Masquerade. And of course, really more excited for the Destin Rivals. See if we can't get a hit on that. Starting off, I'm gonna guess Leaf. Nope, we have a Thunder Energy. Looks like it's A-Spec in this. Corphish, Grookey, Heliotile, Finizen, Carmine, Heracross, Palafin, Scoop Up Cyclone, Poliwag into Chandelure. Put one of your Pokemon and all attached cards into your hand. Not bad. We'll go and add that up there. I'll go and rip this open. Of course, starting off, we have the Optic promo. Pretty cool. We'll go ahead and set that back there. And then we will put this, Cyclone. Okay. Then for the packs, we'll do Destin first, and then we'll go into Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolutions, they have good hit rates for illustration rares, but man, the SIRs, they are brutal. So we have Fire Energy, Coughing, Electabuzz, Gibble, Skarmory, Judge, Fortress, Floatzel, Dolive, Chingling into Ethan's Typhlosion. Now, Dustin Rivals pack number 2, and then also SIRs have been super hard to pull this, which really, I think it's been hard to pull SIRs and really any of the sets after the first 4. I think 151 was where hit rates started to go up a little bit, or go down to get SIRs, but illustration rares, they're not too bad to hit. Anyway, we have Coughing, Gorbis into Tyranitar. Nothing on these. We can't just go out only hitting an A-Spec. So let's see if Mega Evolutions can save us. We have Dark Energy, Gimmighoul, Sizzlipede, Nuzleaf, Sandslash, Marshadow, Goldango, Repel, Iron Defender, Onix into a Mega Lucario EX. That's not too bad. Would love to get at least an IR though, full art, anything that is not just an EX or A spec. Last pack, give us something good. So we are starting it off with Fighting. Nope, Fire Energy, Sandshrew, Spearow, Magneton, Reboot, Tinkaton, Shiftry, Boss's Orders, Pachirisu, Frostmoth into. We got a full art, nice. All right, I'll take it. All right, so 6 packs, we get the A spec, we get the full art Mega Manectric, and then we get the Mega Lucario EX. So not too bad for scooping up these cards. I think overall it was about $32. I'll take it. And plus we get all these cool promos. After almost a month, we were finally able to get our hands on a Mega Evolutions Elite Trainer box. So I snagged this one from Target. They also had the Mimikyu box, had about 10 packs in it with the promos. And then they only limited it to 1 per, so I had a bunch of the tins, and then they had the ETBs, so both the Gardevoir and Lucario. And for my first one, decided to rip open the Gardy. And let's see what we can get with these 9 packs. Of course, we have the guide here. And the chase has got to be the gold cards. Those are going insane. I think the PSA 10s are going for like $5,000. It is absurd. And without further ado, the new ETBs have these fancy little kits that keep everything in place. We have our 9 packs, deck sleeves, our Alakazam promo, which that looks pretty clean. I might sub that in for grading. That looks pretty centered. And then of course our energies and the indicators and damage tokens. Get that out of the way. And then we will go ahead and let's store our Alakazam up here until we're able to get some better things and hopefully knock him off with a nice gold card or SIR. Without further ado, let's rip into this bad boy. Pack number 1. Wish us luck. Hopefully we get something good. I've pulled a good amount of IRs, but no special illustration rares yet from this set. I think about 40 some packs in. I did a few of the pre-releases, got some bundles, the 3 packs, things like that. And we have all these Determination, Alakazam into Meganium, nothing on pack number 1 into pack number 2. And I think it's about 1 out of every 3 packs is what it seems that you're able to get a hit. So that includes EX, full art, illustration rare, whatever it may be. They're saying special illustration rares are almost 1 out of 100 packs, which is just insane to me. The gold is just ridiculous. We have Houndstone, which I think this is actually a dupe for me, but still, it's an illustration rare, so I will gladly take that. But they're saying that, yeah, I think it's like 1 out of 1,000 packs to get the gold card, which is, that's absolutely nuts to me. I'm very curious on what they're going to be. You know, obviously short term when they first release, they go up really high and then they tend to come down a little bit. Curious to see if that's what will happen with this set because they release it in waves and apparently they didn't really get all of it out in time. Unsure exactly how true that is, but With that being said, it could definitely affect the cost for a bit of a longer term. So we have Onyx, Drop a Snom, Mega Signal, Shedinja, Ninetales, Tangrowth, Scorbunny, into a Hariyama. And this is an interesting ability. You're able to switch out your opponent's Pokemon whenever you evolve it from your hand. So I've been seeing that used in a lot of Lucario decks. And then for me, I'm still using my Typhlosion deck. I was able to enhance it a little bit with some of the Mega Evolutions card, like the Acerola's Mischiefs. And then we have Feeble, Beware, Celebi, Stonejourner, Forest of Vitality, Riolu, Knucklestack, into a Cinderace. Okay, we're coming up on halfway. Just the only hit is that Houndstone IR. Hopefully we can add something to it. And then first up, I'm gonna go Grass Energy. We have Fighting, Magnemite, Lopunny, Graphite, Riolu, Inteleon, Strange Timepiece, Shuckle, Tinkaton, Delibird, into a Mega Latias EX. So we'll say that is hit number 2. 5 packs in, we've received 2 hits, so I would expect us to get at least one more EX, full art, something like that. And then here we go, Fire Energy, Chikorita, and then the vending machines near me, they recently started getting the Mega Evolutions into them. So hopefully I'm able to get my hands on some of those. I've had terrible luck. We have Steelix for the rare, nothing on that. I've had terrible luck with the machines as of late. It's kind of weird. They still have Prismatic, even still have 1-2-1 booster bundles, but I'm not seeing any Destin Rivals in there. They're even having Surging Sparks booster boxes, but again, just no Destin Rivals. So I'm curious on if Destin Rivals is going to be going up. We have Iron Defender, Spiritomb, Centiskorch, Young Goose, into Alakazam, which I do not have any sealed Destin Rivals ETBs. I was able to open one when they first came out. I do have a booster box of Destin Rivals that I'm holding on to, but I am curious if I'm going to be able to find one just for the sealed collection, because I have to at least open one ETB to be able to hold on to the promo. We have Gumshoes, Solrock. The Gumshoes illustration rare is going crazy right now, which I think is super funny. We have Lily's Determination on the full art. So it isn't the SIR, but that's a really cool artwork on that. I'm just going to guess that this is worth a little bit. This is Super Vital and TCG. Plus, everybody loves Lily. And so there we have it. We have 3 hits. We have 1 pack to go. I'm just going to assume we're not going to get anything in that last pack, but who knows? Maybe they'll have the card gods will have something in store for us. Lily, you can sit up front. Here we go. Give us something. Last pack, and so hopefully you're able to find a little bit more. I think this is the second wave that's finally been released, so maybe they said end of October. Oops, missed one. So that was just a Snover. So maybe with that we're finally able to start getting our hands on it, but we are going to be seeing some Phantasmal Flames coming in just a few short weeks. And Shuckle on the illustration rare. We close it out. 4 hits plus the Alakazam. I think we did pretty good for ourselves on this. Thank you for proving me wrong, Shuckle. Even though pretty useless Pokemon, I still think it's such an awesome card. We're finally getting our hands on some Mega Evolutions. I was at the vending machine and got the Gardevoir. There's a guy behind me who, he has only been finding the Lucario, and since I opened the Gardevoir yesterday that I got from Target, we did a little trade, and he gave me the Lucario. So let's see if I'm able to get something good here. And of course, I already have the Alakazam promo, so we need the Riolu, and let's get into it. Hopefully he was able to trade me something good. Let's see how this promo looks for the Riolu. And my gosh, this is such a cool promo. I love this thing. And this looks sweet. Let's go ahead and put that front and center. Then of course we have our coin, our energy, our damage counters, plus the 9 packs all coming in this snazzy looking box. Oh yep, can't forget the sleeves. And then without further ado, let's rip into this. 9 packs of Mega Evolutions, and still, I mentioned this before, have not pulled an SIR. That's the goal. Of course, the main chase, really want the Lucario SIR, but at this point, I'm not going to be too picky. Let's guess Fire Energy. Nope. We have Leaf, Mantine, Miltank, Shroodle, Nincada, Centiskorch, Premium Power Pro, Tang Growth, Gimmighoul, Milk Tank into Cinderace. Nothing on pack number 1. And I actually caught the restock. I went into, it was this was a King Supers where she was restocking it, and Steel Energy. We have Sidekick, Bulbasaur, Pokemon Center Lady, Riolu, Nickit, Acerola's Mischief, Scorch, Tangrowth, Goldango, our first illustration rare, Meganium on the back. We have Garganackle. Let's go and sleeve this bad boy up. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So far we have our first hit. So the ETB we opened yesterday, I think technically was 4 hits on that, which I will gladly take. And let's see if we can at least match it. I'm not going to say beat it. If we can, fantastic. But if we can match it, I would be super happy. 3 is still not bad. And I caught the restock, so I was able to get a Surging Sparks booster box, which is crazy that they are still putting Surging Sparks in because there's no deaths and rivals. We have Fire Energy, Heliolisk, Corpish, Fearow, Litleo, Chi-Yu, Surfing Beach, Latios, Execute, Repel into... I think this is my 4th Mega Camerupt. If anybody knows of a good deck build with Mega Camerupt, hit me up because we're swimming in them. And there's also a, I think, Black Bolt booster bundle. I think a Stellar Crown Loose pack. But yeah, no Deaths and Rivals at all. So I'm curious if what's going to happen, because that's just going to make the Deaths and Rivals product, I think, just go sky high. Jinx, Steelix, so nothing on that. We have 2 hits so far. If you want to call Mega Camerupt EX a hit, whatever. We will for this sake. But yeah, I mean, the booster boxes actually for Destin have gone down from, they were 500 at one point after just being out for 3 months, and then now they're back down to about 380, I think. And we have Goldango, Repel, Clauncher, Marshadow into an Alakazam. Over halfway, we have 4 packs left. But I would love to get I've opened the Destiny ETB. I try to get at least 1 ETB for my seal collection, so I don't have any there. I guess Thunder. Nope, we have Dark Energy, Tyro. I think I see that we got a little something back there. Electrike, Baneri, Force of Vitality, Latios, Meganium, Bulbasaur, to Kyogre. Just kidding, lied to you on that one. Okay, we should get at least 1 more hit. We have 3 packs to go. Hopefully it's not just another EX. And I've been seeing the guy who I traded, I see him at a lot of the restocks around town. And I'll have to ask him if he hit anything good. We have Psychic Energy, Magneton, Reboot. I think that's a cool art. Ivysaur, Ultra Ball, Ninetales, Mystery Garden, Frostmoth, Magneton. Switch into Yveltal. 2 packs to go. Let's see if we can close them both out with a bang. And I've been seeing they have Mega Evolutions booster boxes still out there, 151 booster bundles still out there. Which is still crazy to see. I think they're finally done with Paldean Fates, but they do have that Walmart box that's coming out soon. Delmise, Numel, Krogunk, Spoink, Repel, Ninjask, Marshadow, Shiftry, Shedinja, into a Mega Mawile EX. Alright. Last pack. Let's close it out. Let's hit with a bang. Give us something. You can't just give us a Garganackle illustration rare. We got to get at least 1 more. Let's go with Fire Energy. We have Leaf, Jinx, Onyx, Ice-Cube, Lopunny, Spiritomb, Garganackle, Mega Signal, Snover, Pyroar, into Cinderace. Bummer of an ETB, but we close it out. Of course, we get the Riolu, the Garganackle, Mega Camerupt into Mega Mawile.
Now, some things that are dropping throughout the month of November, the Mega Lucario EX box I think looks super cool. Then the Lugia and Latias EX boxes, which I would love for the promos, plus decent pack selection. Then of course, November 14th, Phantasmal Flames is hitting. I'm going to be trying my best to hit everything, whatever I can of Phantasmal Flames and gets ripping. Plus the promos are dropping. My favorite of this is the Suicune. I would prefer to go to Best Buy, but definitely want to get that Suicune promo. And then also, Sam's Club is having their 151 mini tins coming out. Absolutely want to pick up any of that. Just any 151 I can still get my hands on. That's what I'm going to be trying to scoop up from my end, and let me know what you're going to be finding. And that is it for the video. I appreciate you all for watching. Comment down below what you've been picking up throughout the month of October, what you're looking for into November, what your thoughts are on Phantasmal Flames, and anything else that you think about the video. Thanks, everybody.